No one can defeat us. We are the real power, the real kings of state.
The sleeping gods of flesh. The galaxy had long forgotten the age of fire. Empires rose and fell like tides, their fleets stretching across the void, their banners dipped in the blood of conquered stars. Among these great civilizations, one fact was whispered in every shadowed chamber of politics and every war council across the galactic rim. The humans were asleep. They called themselves Terrans, descendants of an ancient empire whose ruins dotted the galaxy like scars. Millennia ago, they had fought wars that broke planets and turned suns dark. Their armies had not merely won battles. They had rewritten physics, deploying weapons that bent time and space until their enemies begged for extinction. And then one day they stopped. The humans withdrew, retreating to a little blue planet on the edge of a forgotten spiral arm. They sealed their borders, silenced their fleets, and fell into slumber. 1,000 years passed. They became quaint, primitive, irrelevant. The galaxy told itself the humans were myths, boogeymen, ghosts of a war-long past. But the oldest among the alien races knew better. The humans were not gone. They were merely dormant. Chapter 1. The Council of Chains. High Lord Scathrix of the Vacor Dominion stared at the hologram floating in the war chamber. The map pulsed with routes of invasion, fleets moving through the outer sectors, subjugating minor races with little effort. And now their path led toward Sol. "You cannot be serious," rasped Chancellor Iluva, a serpentine creature whose coils wound around her chair. "The humans are a dead race. Why waste ships on a backwater system?" Scathrix's eyes glowed like coals. "Dead, no. Sleeping, yes. But weakness invites conquest. The humans have resources. Their cradle world is rich. Their ships, if they have any left, are relics. We will strike, strip their world, and bend them into servants. They will wake only to chains." The chamber stirred with murmurs. Fear hid behind arrogance. Everyone knew the stories. The old campaigns when human fleets had burned 10 empires in a single century. But fear fades with time, and Scathrix's dominion was greedy. And so the decision was made. Sol would fall. Chapter 2. The First Strike. The Dominion fleet entered Sol like wolves descending upon a sleeping herd. Thousands of ships, sleek and armored, darkened the skies of Mars and pushed toward Earth. The humans greeted them with silence. No planetary shields, no orbital defenses, no fleets. Earth was quiet. Cities glittered like jewels on the surface, but no weapon batteries stirred. "Pathetic," hissed Scathrix. He ordered his ships forward, confident. Drop pods streaked into the atmosphere, plasma lances poised to scorch resistance. And then something changed. The humans did not fight with missiles or fleets. They fought with something older, something deeper. The Dominion soldiers who touched Earth first began to scream. Not from fire or bullets, but from visions. Memories not their own. They saw wars waged on impossible scales, skies filled with burning stars, and men and women who wielded war like an art. Their own weapons turned against them. Their nerves rebelled. The humans hadn't built defenses of steel. They had woven something into the very air of their planet, an echo of themselves, a psychic scar from wars long past, a warning. Those who survived fled back to orbit, trembling. Scathrix snarled. "Old tricks. Ghost stories. Bring the full fleet." Chapter 3. The Awakening. On Earth humanity stirred. The invaders were not unnoticed. The world governments, long fractured, long tired, felt something ignite in their blood. Dreams of battle, instincts buried in their DNA, woke like a storm. Ordinary men and women began to remember things they should not know. How to march, how to fire weapons that did not exist, how to command fleets they had never seen. Children spoke in the tongue of warriors long dead. The memories were not theirs, but they were human. For the truth was simple. Humans were not merely a species. They were weapons. Flesh forged into gods of war by history itself. Their dormancy had never been peace. It had been incubation. When threatened, they would rise again. Chapter 4: The First Battle. The Dominion fleet tightened around Earth, preparing to unleash fire enough to crack continents. But before their cannons fired, the skies lit with something ancient. Earth's crust split open, not from destruction, but from hatches buried deep beneath the oceans and mountains. Massive hangars, hidden for millennia, stirred. Out poured ships not seen in 10,000 years. Human warcraft, black as void, bristling with impossible weaponry. They had been waiting. No one alive on Earth remembered building them, but they remembered how to fly them. The Dominion Armada found itself not facing a backwater world, but the rebirth of gods. Scathrix watched in disbelief as human fleets tore through his vanguard. His ships, built on centuries of conquest, fell in minutes. Their weapons turned to dust under human countermeasures. Their shields shattered as beams of light, coherent, cold, surgical, cut them apart. And then the humans boarded. Not with soldiers, with warriors. Men and women with eyes like stormfire, moving as if they had been fighting for 1,000 lifetimes. They slaughtered with precision, each strike echoing with something primal. The Dominion's invasion became a rout. Chapter 5: The Message. When the last Dominion flagship burned, Scathrix stood on its shattered bridge, defiant. A human appeared before him, not armored, not armed, just a man. His face was plain, his voice calm. "You woke us," the man said. Scathrix hissed. "You were nothing but myth. How are you doing this?" The human stepped closer. His eyes carried the weight of suns dying. "We are myth. We are memory. We are every war we've ever fought, every empire we've broken, every god we've slain. We sleep until the galaxy forgets. And then, when arrogance comes knocking, we rise again." Scathrix felt something colder than fear. "You are demons." The man shook his head. "No, we are human." And then he was gone, leaving Scathrix alone as his ship was torn apart around him. Chapter 6. The Return of Fire. News spread across the galaxy like wildfire. The humans were awake. Every empire that had whispered about their dormancy now trembled. The stories were true. The sleeping gods of flesh had risen once more. But the humans did not march to conquer. They did not demand tribute. They sent only one message, broadcast on every frequency, in every tongue. "We did not seek war. We sought peace and you broke it. Remember this, we are patient. We can sleep for 1,000 years. But if you wake us, we will end you." And so the galaxy remembered its place. The humans returned to their slumber, for they had no desire to rule. They needed no empire. They were the shadow in every empire's mind, the nightmare in every warlord's heart. And in the quiet corners of the cosmos, when children asked their elders why the stars sometimes burned strangely in the night sky, the answer was always the same. Do not disturb the humans, for they are dormant gods, and gods do not forgive.